Aquarius, welcome to your Astroflower reading going for the week going from the 7th to the 13th of August. Lionsgate week. Funny energy that was coming through the monthly readings. If you haven't seen that, go back and see your monthly readings. This funny energy has been here since about the 4th of August, and it's going to be going right up to the, I think, up to the 15th, 16th, maybe 17th of August. Very funny energy at the moment. So, yeah. Be ready. I'm only saying that because you've got to be ready for a bit of an off-the-wall reading, because they've all been pretty much off the wall at the moment. Absolutely amazing, but not in the way we think every single time. Let's just go into it here. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you have a lovely reading. Your overall energy, Page of Cups, it's all about the pages. Been nothing but pages, you know, in every single sort of sign. Excuse me. The overall energy here is starting on a journey about your heart, really. Starting to believe again, believe in the magic. You've been positioning yourself a lot since Christmas of 2022, and you've been maintaining that position. Now I think the energy here is kind of just opening the door a little bit to sort of open up to your creative side, open up to your your sort of loving side, your emotions of how you engage with life around you, and just bringing a little bit of belief back into the whole thing, rather than getting down to the nuts and bolts. That's what the overall energy is here, and it's opening that path. That's what the overall energy is trying to do, just giving you a glimpse of what the possibilities are for the future. On your karmic message on your relationship side, Ten of Pentacles. Yes, you have everything in abundance within your karmic position. As I said, from Christmas, you've been setting yourself up, and it is a really beautiful position you've taken. This abundance is playing to your strengths. You're very reliable. And with that reliability in your relationships, you are, people count upon that. And this is where you can play on your strengths. This is where you can have a good effect on the relationships around you by opening up that path of that sort of much more joyous, light-hearted sort of approach to things, and dreaming a little bit about life, and allowing your authority to have that position to allow people to dream because you're dreaming. That's what it seems like here. But at the end of the day, playing to your strengths. Playing to the strengths that hold your position, as it were, within the relationships that are around you. Strength cards, that's come up for everybody. A lot of towers have come up as well, but the strength card has definitely come up for all signs pretty much. And the universe here is sort of saying, stick to your plan, stick to what you know, play to your strengths, don't worry about your doubts, be courageous, strike out, get out there. Engage with your heart. I think that's really important. Engaging with your heart, with the relationships that are around you, really. From the past, I think you have had situations recently, which, and this is the energy that's coming through in the month. This is what I mean about off the wall. Everything looks fine and dandy, but there's an undercurrent. And this undercurrent is really important. When you're looking at the sea, you can't see that undercurrent. You go out swimming in it, it's going to whip you away. And this is where I think it's a disappointment of seeing how people react to the world, or how people are engaged with the world, or how they engage their emotions and stuff like that. And it might have made you disappointed in the past. And that's the opening up of that doorway there is very beneficial for you to get past all of that sort of situations with the people that are around you. It's allowing it's allowing that 3 cups there, that spilt milk, you can't get it back up. It's been spilt in sand, and you're never going to get it out of sand, are you? And so I wouldn't worry about that. But there is those 2 cups that are behind you, and one of them is yours, and one of them is someone else's, and it's engaging with that future, basically. and going on to build something new. I think, and using that as, using your strengths. That's where your past is connecting to your future. And in your future, this is what's going through you. There's a lot of confidence here, and I think that comes from the Ten of Pentacles, from the basis that your karmic mission or your karmic path has actually got a lot of abundance on it. But your Queen here, it's sitting in, it's like she's sat at the tree of knowledge, and she knows when that tree of knowledge is going to bear fruit, because she's sat at the base of it as it's been growing. And each year, it chucks fruit at her feet. And I think this is the understanding of where you've come from within your relationships. The position you've taken within your relationships is now in a situation where you can then feel very secure about what is coming up next, where you're going, where the relationships are going. And I think that confidence, affects everybody around you. It's a really good knock-on effect, basically, for you. Really, really beautiful knock-on effect. What's coming out at the end of this, the future of all this, because of that confidence that you have, this is where you can start manifesting a beautiful future. And this poise, or this energy that's coming through, and this is the Lion's Gate. So I'm going to do some Lion's Gate reading as well, which ties into this beautifully. The Lion Gate Collective is coming out on Monday. Your particular sign Lion Gate reading is coming out on Wednesday. And it's all about a period of setting in place, or setting in mind, or in spirit, the manifestations that you wish to do in the coming year. This is a good opportunity here to start and get them initiated. And with this confidence within you, and seeing what's come through from the past, I think you're going to be in a position where you're going to kind of go, now I know what to do. Now I know what to manifest in regards to my relationships. Now I know how to explore them to their beautiful heights that they can be. Okay? There's no real decision making going on here. There's an enactment within your relationships, I think, more than anything else. Hello. Just got a dog that's come to say hello. How you doing? Yeah, he's sniffing around everything. You might see him wandering behind me. There he goes. Hello, mate. Dogs, don't you just love them? Let's look on your financial side. Karmic message here, the Empress. Everything is possible. Reach for the skies. Having control over your emotions within your business path has been a real feature that's played out in your cards over the past month, maybe even 2 months. But here is now you're living it. And the thing is with the Empress card is she has the empire. She has control over the empire, but it's the emotional empire. And that is really important in business. Really important in doing your career path, doing anything you want to do, is having a control, almost being a little bit cold and discerning in a way. That's why it might come across over a little bit. But I think this gives you weight and credibility when you're trying to achieve things. And it's because if you've got control over your emotions, when you let your emotions out, people will listen. And you'll mark the moment. And I think this is what you've got to realise in you, that you do have a huge amount of power for you. The universe is giving you the Eight of Swords. This position I've been talking about that's going from December right through to now, I think is concreted into place. And now it's the time to let go of that and free yourself up. And I think this is why the Page of Cups is present in your overall reading there. The universe is trying to say to you here, freedom, freedom. Let yourself go. Let yourself give yourself a bit of freedom. I'm free, 'cause freedom tastes of reality. Yes, I'll stop singing now. Ten of Wands. This is your past. I think this ties in with the Eight of Swords. I think this position now is that you've been doing. You've been really sort of square position. You've really been in your fixed energy, very clear on your emotions, very clear on your mental origins, not mental origins, or your mental intentions. This is the intention that it's come to. It's been really, really clear. And now it's sort of like you need to let go of it, really. You need to let it slide a little bit and allow yourself to sort of, give yourself a bit of freedom to go after what you want. Okay, in your future self, you get the Four of Pentacles. This is this strange energy coming through, which is tightening things and making people very much more discerning about how they spend their time, money, effort, energy, all of that sort of thing. And I think you should be very conscious of that going forward. That you're letting go of certain things, freeing things up, and that freedom that you've got coming through you is very valuable, and you should recognize it. I don't think it's holding on too tightly. It could be a case of that. If you're holding on to a job, for example, that you're scared to take that first step forward and go for another job, I wouldn't. Stop it. Open up. Allow yourself to live. It could end for you tomorrow like it could end for everybody. So, I think this is sort of saying, look, the Empress has huge amounts of possibilities here, and you should be exploring them. Yeah, don't spend your time, effort and money willy-nilly. Don't just throw it around. But at the same time, I think it's a good idea for you to open up the possibilities here. Yes, ultimately it's going to bring you to alignment with what you love doing in your career path. That you feel that you're engaged with the situation. It could be with the company that you're working for, or the business that you're doing, or the projects that you're trying to do. It's almost, this is like you're growing with that job, with that project, with that business. It's like a real couple. And I think you get to a stage in the future, because you have taken that position, which now needs to be relaxed slightly. This is where you can fall in love with the space that it creates and the beautiful happiness that it can actually bring to you. Okay, we're going to do some clarifications with the Light Seers card. Thank you very much for being here with us. Thank you very much for showing your support in any which way you see fit through the YouTube system. So that's either liking, subscribing, and even sharing. Sharing is really good. That really helps us out on this channel, absolutely amazingly. There's also links in the description below, which you can get a private reading or a healing session with myself, which you can book online. Choose the formula that corresponds to you. Book a time and date for you. Yeah, it's all easy to sort out online. There's also an email, because I'm going to be giving workshops in the UK in the end of September, beginning of October, and in the United States in October, November. And these are energy workshops. So I've been teaching people, or I've been helping people to learn how to connect to energy in such a particular way that you open up a conversation of multitude of spectrums, basically. And it helps you to understand what is your karmic path and how you live it, and how you live it to its fullest glory in connection with energy. So if you want to go on these sort of workshops, I've done it for hundreds of people, and it's absolutely brilliant. Just send us an email. Tell me where you are in the world, how far you're willing to travel, and basically I'll send you the link to the nearest workshop to you, basically. Thank you very much for being here. Let's just jump in with the clarification, see what's going on. Nine of Cups with the Page of Cups. This is what, it's opening up that. I think this is what the energy is sort of saying to you here. If you start opening up that connection to the Ace of Cups, to the dreams and aspirations, you can then start manifesting an absolutely blinding future where you just, you're engaged and you're winning. That's what I sort of thinking doing. Once you do, it's like a TARDIS out of Doctor Who. I don't know if you know that. It's a series that goes back to the 60s. Well, it might even go back even further than that. But he used to travel around space and time in a policeman's box, which is tiny. It's tiny, the size of a phone box. But when he opens the door, it's massive inside. And that's what it's a bit like here. It's like You're opening up something, and then behind it, you're just seeing just the possibilities are endless. That's what I think is a sort of possible for you. With the Ten of Pentacles, you get the Ten of Wands. Yeah, maybe this is what I'm talking about, carrying too much responsibility for other people. I don't think that's a good idea. Letting go of things from the past and look to the future. Play to your strengths rather than your weaknesses. Your strength card, you get the Ten of Pentacles. So you got the Ten of Pentacles twice, you've got the Ten of Wands twice. I think this is all about is realizing the powerful position you're in, letting go of a certain things because they will automatically organize themselves, a little bit like the Nine of Wands really, and then you can play to your strengths, and the universe is encouraging that. With the Five of Cups, you get the Five of Wands. This might have been conflictual in the past. You might have had some sort of confrontation within your relationships, and it's a confrontation about what's best to do. I think that's the situation, and it's a learning curve. You've come through this learning curve in the past. You've sort of understood it from within you, and now you're striving to be the best example of of who you can be, and that's what the Ten of Pentacles is all about here. It's using your strengths and abilities. We've got another page here. So the Queen of Pentacles, that assurance comes through the passions of which you put into your relationships in regards to what you physically do within your relationships. Going on a bicycle ride, taking photographs, discussing, making a meal, having a picnic. Whatever it is, it's being passionate about the moment and learning that, opening that pathway of the Page of Cups with passion, basically. And it's going to reassure you about your future. The Three of Cups. What was I saying about the Three of Cups on the Five of Cups there? This is what you're manifesting in the future. You're manifesting the reunification with you and the people that you really do love around you. And it's a celebration. It's a celebration of kind of going, wow, we've been through so much as a collective and as individuals. And it's so good to be in connection with you still. Okay, let's have a look what's going on your financial side. Yeah, the moon, a lot of people have had the moon, it's got to be said. And with the Empress card, it's all about those hidden emotions and stuff like that. I think you're unveiling as well because of this control of the emotions that you've got, but realizing the possibilities you have. You're unveiling your certain ideas, and I think you're unveiling that. You're unveiling this beautiful connection you can have with your career path, with your business or your projects, whatever it is. And it's seeing the hidden side of it all, seeing the things that can't be quantified in money. I think that's really important for you. With the Eight of Swords, you get the Sun, going towards your happiness, freeing. The universe wants you to free yourself up in this respect, and be happy, be free and be happy. Well, that's pretty good from the universe, I think. With the Ten of Wands, you got the Three of Wands. Procrastination card normally. I was just trying to sort of see what the idea is of taking 3 wands away from the 10 of wands that I'll give you to the 7 of wands, which means to protect or fight for the path that you should be leading, or the job you should be leaving. Stop. I think the past has been a lot of waiting for you, and the possibilities of going on that journey is now. You've just got to go ahead and do it, and it's difficult. The first step on the journey is often the most difficult, and you've just got to do that. You've got to do that sort of like that first step within you, basically. Let's just see what's going on with the Four of Pentacles and see what's going on there. The Death and Rebirth. Let go of the old and allow the new to come in, and I think that's what that Lovers is all about, that opportunity. Because you've had a lot of opportunities that have been on the radar but may not have totally been, you haven't won them all. And this here is now, I think it's getting you much more focused about what you're putting your time and effort into. And this is a whole new cycle where The moment you do that, that's when I think you're going to get much better results, because you're going to be able to also put into it your heart and your heart's desires, basically, for this new cycle that's coming in. And I wouldn't wait around. Don't, let go of the procrastination. Spend your money wisely, your energy, your effort, and everything like that wisely. But don't let the money be the only factor. That's what I think is really important here. And with the Lovers, you get the Emperor card. You've got the Empress at the bottom and the Emperor at the top. I think this is a real completion, a real moment of coming together with yourself within your material world. It's almost like divine counterparts, but it's not a divine counterparts between you and another person. I don't think that. It's possible. It's possible that you could be falling in love with someone that you work with. But that's only going to be for some of you. But I think for general, I think you're going to fall in love with what you're doing. I think that's the most important thing. There you go, Aquarius. Thank you very much for being here with us. Thank you very much for the support for this channel. Don't forget your Lion Gate reading that's coming out on Wednesday and the collective that's coming out on Monday. And we can start manifesting, as you well know. Yes, in the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun. So please do enjoy.